We're already in part 2 of the series on the Sermon of the Mount, the best sermon Jesus ever taught, and it's captured right there in Matthew chapter 5. John, thanks so much for teaching us
Thank you.
today and taking us all the way through Matthew.
It was a lot. Yeah.
It was a lot.
It was a scenic route, for sure. Yeah.
I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Question number 1, how are you?
That's a big question. I mean, in this moment right now, I'm doing great. It's good to be sitting next to you.
That's the same. I feel the same way. Yeah. I love that gym metaphor you used at the beginning of your message. And be honest, who suffers more at the gym, you or the kids?
Probably the kids. Honestly,
Really?
I'm at an age now where I get tired really, really fast. And I actually was watching them. We did this circuit thing. And my arms were burning, my legs were burning, and I was like trying to keep up with them, but they were still going. So I'm at a stage now where I'm just trying to keep up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're doing better than me.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Suffering
such
more
a
than
fun activity to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, even though you are tired, you are sweaty and all this other stuff, pushing each other at the gym and seeing each other miserable, weirdly, it's kind of fun.
And it's all 6 of you?
All 6 of us.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that
We're in it
amazing.
together.
Sounds really, really cool.
Yeah.
Now, for someone who's joining us today, who's feeling a little bit out of shape spiritually.
All of us are.
I think we are.
In different ways, yeah.
But at least, unsure of how to align with what you call the way of Jesus. What's one small but hopefully significant practice that they could start this week?
With preparation, I mean, I even mentioned showing up early. There was an example that I had of somebody who had a phenomenal experience and learned in a different way because they postured their heart along with their family to come early and arrive ready for the service. And so, I mean, maybe when it comes to thinking about coming to the next church online gathering, maybe shut off all communication. All turn off everything and get yourself ready a half hour before the message starts, and maybe consider praying, maybe consider opening up scripture, whatever you can do, and to see how that transforms as you prepare for something like that, what you head into when we're online together, we're in the chat together, we're talking with one another.
Yeah.
See how that transforms that moment. And then those things, they transfer to everything else, whether it's going to a friend's house and having a lunch, or whether you name it, there are ways that you can enter into spaces and prepare yourself to not be frazzled, or maybe you're inhaling something that kind of agitates you, and then you go meet someone, and so now you're meeting someone with this agitated state of mind. There are ways that you step into spaces where you think, you know what, maybe it starts at 12, but I'm going to get myself ready at 11:45. Start with things that are small and see how they transfer to things that are large.
Yeah. That's so good. I think that type of intentionality, you exude that, you live that out. I see that in you, and that's really wise advice. I really like that. You mentioned that salt adds flavor and light brings clarity. How have you seen someone personally show up kind of salty and in a situation, and they change the atmosphere?
Man, I've seen... the other day I was walking into church, and there's this guy who I didn't know, but I was there to greet everybody. And this guy says hi to me, and his joy made me check myself and go, why am I not like that? I feel so welcomed by you, and you're brand new. I mean, there are people who you meet who just exude like joy and this like fervor for life, and they fill you with joy, and they give you a smile. And there's just something about meeting people who have that saltiness, that flavor about their life that just gives you joy. And so sometimes that, when you measure that against your own saltiness, it makes you go, you know what, I need to turn that up, because the way that I felt, I want to give that to other people.
Yeah. My saltiness usually shows up a little bit different, salty. So salt and light are two identities that Jesus gives us. What do you think gets in the way most often of us actually believing that's who we are?
Ridicule, being mocked, wondering what other people think more than doing what we know we should do. I mean, it's LGBTQ is a thing that we're thinking about right now. And what most people are experiencing is the desire to be right about everything, when what's most important is showing love to people. And so generally what you'll have is an argument that gets nowhere, when what we should be doing is reaching across the aisle, or there shouldn't even be an aisle, it should be all of us together expressing love no matter what. And so we just end up arguing about the wrong thing. It's a desire more to be right than to be loving to people who deserve love. And so that's why Jesus said, people are going to mock you and ridicule you for following me and pursuing the things that I have called you to do. There were Pharisees and Sadducees who were giving Jesus a hard time for all of the people that he chose to have dinner with,
Yes.
to engage with, to love, to consider, to have conversation with, because it was confounding to them. How can you love these people? And generally, if there are a group of Christ followers or people who are trying to pursue Jesus in a way that's really religious, and there's a group that they can't love, that's generally the people that you should love. It's more of a signal that, like, no, this is actually what we
go
should
with
pursue.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go lean towards them. I love that. I'm going to repeat your challenge, okay, from the end of your message. Here's the challenge. Go be salt. Add goodness and grace or truth in a conversation, in a relationship or a moment where something's kind of lacking. Go be light. Notice someone who's struggling in the dark and then shine a little clarity, a little hope in their direction. It might be, quiet encouragement. It might be speaking up, right? It might just be holding space for someone. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. Go with that. It has to be real. And imagine that. What if we all did that? Every one of us that are here today, every person in our church, in every city, in every group chat, in every workplace, every gym, John, or every home. That's not just community. That's the kingdom of heaven breaking through, and that's what we're here for. So let's go be salt. Let's go be light. And let's watch the world start to change one moment at a time. And before you all go be light and salty, let me ask you a question to take into your week. You don't have to answer it out loud, but I encourage you to answer it somewhere with a person or in the chat, in the journal, in a text thread. This is how we let what we just heard turn into something that we actually live. Okay, here's the question. Where's one space in your life this week where you could bring more flavor or more light? And what might that actually look like? I look forward to your answers. Okay, now go be a blessing. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.